Recorded me?
Did you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we're opening the form up, we're doing two things. We're going to, actually no, multiple things, but the form starts, or coming through with a wood movement, starts off with a wood movement, so we're opening up. And what we're going to do is open with a movement designed to kick the opponent's legs as we're moving out. That's one meaning of it. Right? Now we can kick, put this like forward a little bit. Triple in point, right there, where the calf muscle ends, straight in. Or we could kick right here in a point below the ankle, in here. There's a kick point also, but that's a single point where this is a triple point. And this one you can kick with the side of the foot. You scrape in and go out. The reaction. This one's hard to do like that. You really have to kick inward with it. So you turn your foot so that you're hitting it at perpendicular to it. Now that means put your foot back, or let's go 45 this way so you can see. But his foot slightly out like most people do when they stand. So your foot are slightly turned. I don't have to kick straight across this way. I'll be kicking this way. You see the reaction. You see how his knee buckled? Okay. Now you can come up and kick the other one. And you can kick this and come across to these. Or kick this one and then kick to this foot on this one with the heel. I can just kick one to disrupt him and come out here in a nice solid stance, and he's weakened already, plus I'm away from the center. And, so it's important on the opening move, you're actually doing an attack on that opening. Next thing I'm doing is that I'm going to the stance. So I'm not just doing this with the feet open. They turn in about 10 degrees to 20 degrees. Right? That's important for our stance. We go down, while we're doing this, to sink our weight, but also to, like a spring, you push the spring down to load it to shoot up. And so what we're going to do is load this by going down. At the same time, we're going to raise our arm slot to about 45 degrees here. So we're loading and doing this. Okay? One movement goes all the way up now, but it goes up now, the legs press like this. And then down. And then reload it as we're coming down and root. Okay? We're going to throw the energy down that way. And we're doing that. Okay? This is an intercept. We're intercepting with the wood. Do you want to go about different ways to use that? Or is that enough for this? Is that a yes or no?
All right, so the Okada.
I don't have to use the Okada tonight, but we'll try. I may stop certain part and just do the kata for you. What we're doing with the wood movement is this is the intercept, our opponent. And again, it won't be always used like this. It could be in a fighting stance, or both in a fighting stance. Most times on the street, the guy's going to be in your face like this. What he's going to do is either going to grab out with one hand and punch with the other hand, or you're just going to sucker punch. He may push rather than grab and does that, but to damage you, he has to cross the distance from here to here. And this is where the intercept comes in. We intercept the back of our forearms, so it's a two-bone intercept. Now again, I don't always have to, because timing is critical, I may be faster than him, but I can't, again, go for spot. I don't know exactly what's starting. I don't know if I'm going to grab or push or what. I just need to intercept. Once that intercepted, I determine his energies from there, and we do what we need to do next. Right? So we'll be as he's coming out with this one, we just come in. We're going to intercept and pick it up and come down. Right? Now when I intercept it, I can activate points on here. Again, depending on where I'm going to strike them with this hand. Then I come down, I can strike them. I can strike them on the chest. If I come in with these, I can stick them in the face. That's just this hand. I may have to take care of that hand at the same time, so when he's coming here, boom, boom. This movement. The angle's this way. If I can elevate it, I can go a little further that way. Okay? But it's not straight down. I need energies to go into them. So I throw them away from them. So it's here. Into them. Now if you strike the points on doing that, it's throwing energy into them rather than just into the ground. Maybe he's a little slow. When he's coming up, I'm on top. That's fine. I just intercept going down instead of up because he's been slower. And then using two hands, when he's got his hands up, like that, all I do is intercept it. I'm faster than him, so I'm on top, and I just go. These moments when I'm doing this, when I just hit his hands, then I'll try to hit points. I'm not hitting points on him specifically. I'm broadening rather than use my palm knuckle, which I would use a lot when I hit points. So when I hit the front of his arm, over here, I kind of down 6, 7, 8 triple armor coming across here. Rather than hit like this, I'll hit like this to get that knuckle into it. Or if I can hit up in here, just points up in here I can hit. Again, if I do it like this, it's too broad. If I go like this, I get that knuckle into that point. So I'm getting the energy into it. They might just come like this though. We're going to variations like this. And then I go down here. And that's more for a trapping movement. So his hands are up. I'm going to trap like this before I take him down further. And then this will be into him. And especially if I activate it in here, it's going to weaken that. So when I go into him, he's going to feel that much more. When I do two hands, I keep them in my center so they don't cross my center with my palms. I never cross, I cross up to my wrist but no further. When I'm doing this with two hands, like this, if I need to cross over one hand, again, don't cross my own center, I will turn slightly, so this is here. So if I'm taking this up and this down, I just don't do this and this across, so I weaken myself. I'll go up here and turn with this one, so it's nice and strong. There's also power to hit for this, so I can come through with it. So I have entire body weight with it. So I can go wham, I have the body weight. And with the step, when I do that in here, I also have the leg going off. So sometimes I'm here, I have the weight going with that major leg muscles, besides the hip muscles, will have these spine muscles that are thrown into it to drain a lot of power. Now the third variation of this is coming up and coming down across. The open palms and then coming down with the knuckle again. This way, and here rather than this way. If I can get any object in his hand or has something on here, like a watch or these bracelets that have these little spikes on it, you see some guys over. I don't want to slam that into my wrist. I'll cut myself. So I'll do this with this part. If there's any chance of all of getting cut, I'd rather get cut on the back here than where I'm vulnerable. This motion here, if you come up here and come down here, again a wood movement like that, you start it here and you finish there. So if hit a meridian, attach another meridian with that. Okay? So I can hit the stomach meridian on your chest here, and then go to the conception there. That's one possibility. I can hit here, and hit here, and that arm is out. So again, it could be this way. Turn your arm. So there's all variations of the wood movement here, or here, where it crosses this way, and then down. Or comes up and goes this way, and then down. The main energy, again, focused on that part is away from me, rather than toward me. The earth movement is, again, I start with the wood intercept. Same type of movement. I'm not just coming down. What's happened is I've intercepted an attack, or you, when I'm punching at you, you block both of them, or I block one and go to turn, and you block the other one with the clearing motion. Did that stop?
No.
Okay. If I hit, he blocked, and he cat at me, and I block, I now have to be able to clear to get to his target. That's what the wood movement is designed to do. So I'm going to cross, and hit. The movement is to clear and hit, or doing the praying mantis movement, their hand. The motion is, we're gripping with these three fingers. We're guiding with these two. We have a sword, hold it in that, you guide it with that. Same way with this hand. We grab strong fingers, that's just located. So if I grab your hand somewhere, locate the grab. These are the grab motions, and I'll try to hold you with these, it's too weak. That's the pistol grip. That's your trigger finger. So you stabilize with this, you control with this. But from here, when I go across, I don't want to try to go all the way in and across because I'm weak again. I can just do here, where I cross myself, I cross you there, and I slip the other one over, and I trap. Right? That's one way to do it. Right? I could also come here, come with this movement, where I cross you underneath, and also cross above. This one is just there and here. Right? Now when you use these, you have to use that forced response, muscle against muscle. I'm muscling you right now, and you're letting me because you're letting me demonstrate on it. But when I do it in reality, it's because we've contacted, so I got one direction already, and then I can do that. When I get that response, it's easy to throw you off with this. But you notice again, it's right here where my strength is. I'm not trying to pull you way down. If I only pull you way down, I have to have you off balance. Different strikes on it. I can go straight in using these three fingers in the points up in here, into here, in there, with that. I can hit points in here with that. These are set up to make that weaker. So I cross these, I can hit that to get a reaction to make this weaker. Boom. I may not just use these three fingers, which are really nice, especially in this Conception 22. That thing right in there. I'll do all three fingers, I'll let one finger go in there. And I'll back it up just like that. Needle. He's going deep. I back it up with the needle. That's another one. From here, I could come out to strike like that. If we can do, I'm going to strike. I can strike, I can come across with it. I can come with the fist. across here, I can take the glasses off with this, and then come in to something there. So this motion here can be a crane motion for the strike. Many meanings for this. I could be striking on the back strike using points off of here. Because I want to snap your head. So I hit this side. If I hit this side, I can get cross extensor, not reflex action for here, but cross extended from the meridian hitting both sides. Or I weakened you up with a tap that sets this up and alarms it. So when I do this power strike, you can't resist it. That again, a lot of things you're going to do because you have to feel the energy drive. I may not have a chance to do this because I'm fighting this. So I want Lisa to do this. I'll need both hands to clear. And then I can do these. So that's again something you have to feel. Okay? So you have the basic coming straight in with the 3 fingers. You can pop different points. You can come in with the palm up, and use the knuckle into things. Okay? I use the fist, 3 knuckles into things. Okay? That again is variations off of this. In the form we're doing this, I always do another move. It's a breathing type move. I'm throwing energies. This time, because I've crossed and extended you, I don't have to throw that way, I've got you coming this way. So I don't want to throw you back that way because I've got you coming this way. Okay? Now, I'm not going to extend you because I've already pulled you here. Now I can throw you down. Okay? That's why this one's here. Okay? It's here because when I throw you here, you see how you're coming? And now I can throw you here easy. Because I've got you slightly off balance, you're going forward, and you're going into something. So that's why we're doing here on this one, rather than out there. I'm going to pull you in to meet you there. Now the water movement, we're coming up this way, or this way. And we're doing 2 hands, but most of the time we'll be doing 1 hand going up, 1 hand going down with traps tonight. But we're wearing 2 hands to even this when we're doing it. We don't have fun here. There's an acceleration on these. The acceleration is to sneak through into the water room, sneak over and around guards. Go ahead and do that right now. If I just go up, you're going to sense that fight down on that. I don't want to initiate that because that's my disadvantage. I put energy in there. Now if I can gravity, trying to throw your body weight against that. But what you can't do is again fight 2 angles. So I go up like that with the lifting and inward motion. You can't react to it. In the same way, on the pull, if I'm just pulling you straight, you can resist it. Okay? But when I do an angle, you can't resist it, especially if I use Dana's body weight with that, just pulling down. I use my waist to pull you. Okay? On these, then if I go up, where I received your attack, your guard here, with my attack going up rather than trying to pass the guard, I'm not really going to attack there though, because I want you to react to this, and pull down. Because you're gonna, when I go out through here, you're going to start going this way, and then you leave this way. Cool. The movement that comes up across, I'm going to activate the meridian in here to release the net. Okay? Other slow. I don't just go across, because you can resist that. Again, a simple movement like that, you can resist. Now I'm going to go up, I'm going to anchor my forearm on this to give me leverage, which is one advantage I have now. So I'm not just doing the body, I'm doing here. Feel that? When I do that, see how that release connects and the pressure. Once I have that release, I can do what I want with it. Because now your body says, I'm in trouble. I'm off balance, my neck isn't aligned, you're half feet behind me. So it works this way too when I come this way. I'm coming up across and doing the same thing. I released it by doing that. So here with your guard up in that, I can actually go to this side and go up there with that, and I'm deceiving your guards because I've gone around them. And I'm already up here, and you have to try to do this, fight me off. Different water things getting up here to get you to react to that. Your yang is on this side because I lifted this one up. So your attention is here. I've got to fight this. It allowed me to grab this one before I couldn't and get it. And you're on this side, and I'm actually this side. We're going to construct a cycle. Okay. So, earth damages water, water damages fire. The earth movement was across, the fire movement was up and in down. The fire movement starts up against the wind movement. This we're feeling the hook coming in. The hooking movement, like a cross. Boxers don't punch straight too much. They like to cross it. They have a weird cross. They have an angle coming this way, which means they're using the pectoral. Close it. It's really strong because it doesn't have the body movement to move in. We don't want to fight that. So I don't want to fight muscle with muscle. What I do is intercept this. I don't know if you're doing straight or hooking with this one. I may, but more likely it's happening so fast, I don't know until after I've intercepted. Now I'm going to feel. I'm going to sense what you're doing. Now if I feel a hook coming in, it's ridiculous for me to try to fight that, because again I'm underneath you, and your body strength is coming this way. Okay? What I'm going to do is throw energy this way and up, because your strength is here. And I can disrupt that like that. The lifting motion like this, I have contact, and you're floating up. So I got this from coming here to coming there. So even if it's doing full bowl, it's going to pass me. Okay. Again, a lot of guys make the mistake of doing this and just turning this. When you do that, this is weak, and you hit it. This has got the center line again, like this. If I can turn my body with that, I have my waist behind it. Again, I pull my target slightly off center. And then out. Once I have you going off, see the slide you off. Do the elbow, folding elbow on you. Off of that. From here, I just, as I got you, I pull the elbow. Here. Yeah, you didn't think because it's happening to you and you're being pulled off. Can't get behind. Now, what happens is you're rolling tight when I've done this, and now if I do that, I'm still going to get hit. Okay? So I can't go over here like that because you're too far in. Okay? That's where when I start feeling this coming in, that's where this comes out. We do this or this. When we're doing this, okay, I'm sensing the energy. I'm going inside the tornado, the calm. Okay? I'm not rooted yet, so if you're really strong, and you're popping it in real strong, my body's going to turn with you. So if I haven't rooted, I'm not fighting it. Until I do the strike, that's where my root comes in, I can float a little bit. I still have a good stance, but I'm not a mountain taking up. I'm floating. Right? So when you come up with one of these, I can do this, you're past me. And this has to be hitting already. Right? Oh, I didn't think. Anytime I have this coming like this, it's going to be coming up like this. See how that breaks out? I'd be hitting your eyes and breaking your neck at the same time. This motion now saves me from getting clobbered while I'm doing something to be up here. And again, this may not be because you caught me off guard or something. Boom. I just flick this. If I flick this in your eyes, you're still, your eyes are watering now. I haven't done any damage, but guess what? Down.
Could throw a rock.
Is that what it was? No.
Or not.
We go energy this way because I sense that I can't just pull you up. I'm going to have to turn you. When you turn you this way, I'm going to turn you this way. This isn't the same only as this, because here I'm pulling with my waist back to here, whereas this one, I'm turning this way. So it's not rooted here, it's here. And it could be high, and I may duck a little bit. But again, depending on the ending. You come in, and it's really sunken in. If I just go a little bit like this, I can just throw it over and come in under that. You're coming in. All I'm doing is lifting up, and I've got you over. Yeah. That again is not something I can think ahead of time of doing. When I contact, I'm going to feel the energy. I can't do it up here, I have to do it here. Else I can get clobbered. This motion here, right? I'm protecting this again. I can protect by turning. It's similar to what we do on the other one, we're protecting, we're doing metal and that. But if I clear this one up here, and you come into that one, I can just come in through there. That's coming down. This motion, again, is a clearing motion and coming out. Depending on where the targets are again, when I clear this down, I'm going to be attacking this side with that coming up. Or I can be coming here and here. I would turn my angle to hit you this way. This motion again, you can use fire movement on guards, because it's not just in, it's in and up. Feel there? When I'm doing that, I'm not going to be striking with this stuff, because now I'm further than that. I'm trying to force the technique. But when I do this to you, you'll be fighting it back, like that. I go up in the form and come back down. So I'm getting a reaction to throw you off. If you're just up here, I start doing this, you can feel that. So that. I got that resistance, and it's take you the other way. Now again, where it goes is, I don't have to be stronger to do. You can take this up. It's again, it's doing a wood movement coming up. Okay? So if the guy's punching you, okay, don't punch that in, it's right here. Okay?
Because I thought it was done.
It can be. Okay? Maybe.
If I did that,
Here?
yeah, you're coming through, you're going to end up hitting the face. No, not necessarily.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, if you're getting with this hand, I use the same technique. Here. Okay? Here. Okay? So I'm intercepting with this one with either hand, right? And hitting with this one. Intercepting this one, hitting. I can still pull you into that when I pop that in. So it's this movement.
Yeah.
If I go up and in.
After a while, you could figure out.
Yeah. Well, we hadn't done it that much. I just changed that. Okay? Now from there, Say I do this here, and you block that hand. Okay? That's the other one. So we're doing this here. So this one can be this way or this way. You first come up this way, and then this way. Okay? That again, I implied that before, but I thought we better, do it. Rather than say you can do it. Because it's very important. The other one, we used to start off like this was important because it's training. And you can use it. It's not as usable as that is. So I start off with that and then go to the other one. The other one is to teach how to use the hip more. And if you're in a wider stance, I want to teach you how to use the way I do it, or the way they do it. When you're doing this, you have this rather than this. This is the way you do it. This is the way we do it. Okay? Just important with that. This though, here, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm in stance. 30-70 stance. Yeah. And here, 30-70. I mean, it's very important 30-70 practice out of this. I think that's important again because you can really just stop the fight real quick right now. You're cutting at an angle, guys, not used to that coming in at an angle, not coming in straight. You're cutting at an angle. Yeah, you're wasting your safety. Plus, it's not one of these. It's here. It's teaching you to root off of that. Okay. That's the same with Bruce Lee to see that. Okay. If you watch the tape, he whips it through. We hit and come. Let's go live hand. That's important. That's why I do this first and that. So you get practice. If this is live and this live, after I hit the live. Key thing that you want to start in-ring, you keep the hands live. If it comes down from here, then up here we're going to do a fight. Like that upside down. It's always down here. You have to develop these exercises so it becomes natural, responding rather than having to think it. Okay, you ready to start tape?
Yeah, I was running all along.
Oh, okay.
It was great stuff.
What I'm going to do is another one, and the middle movement, we're coming up here, coming down, in, and out. Okay. The fire movement, the energy again of the wood movement is thrown out there. Okay. The earth movement is thrown here. The water movement is thrown here. You see again, a lot when I'm using the water, with the waist turn, so when I'm throwing you, I'm not really throwing you right here, I'm throwing you here, I'm getting spiral effect. Okay? Now don't do that too much in class, I play pretty straight. If I showed you spiral, you fall on the floor. I don't want to do that. Okay? But the energy is for the water, if I'm using the body weight, isn't just to here, it's to here. You gotta stretch. Now we're to either hand. Okay? Again, if I just pull you in here, like this, or I can pull you like this. One was straight and one was with that curve, you're totally off balance and you're falling. The other one, you're still able to get a little bit. Okay? So again, we're throwing the water back here. The fire, we're throwing back here. Yeah. The fire we're going this way. So it's not here, it's here, 45. Okay. Now again, the fire can be used, taking care of that, taking care of you at the same time. Okay? Put your hands up. Come right under it. Once I have this, I can turn and hit you and still kick that guy. As soon as I do that, because when your hand goes down to trap that, hand goes to me. And it's unexpected underneath you. Whoa! Boom. Now, under the destructive cycle here, you start off on wood, earth, water, fire, and metal. Metal is used to destroy wood. Think of an axe chopping a tree. When I work with it, I just go like this. Okay? The motion is down the track. And usually if I'm going to use the wood, I'm going to have to go all the way down. I'm going to stop it so I can clear it. I didn't have to go all the way down here. I stopped it to clear it. Okay? What the metal is defeat that. Because I want you to overreact. When you come and slam this down in the wood movement, okay? If I do this to you, your body's going to force it down. I get that double reaction there. I want you to resist it so I can take you off. So the metal is to defeat wood. The guy's trapped me with one of these. I'm going to get the response. You can do tap both hands. See? Now I'm fighting you. Okay. Up, down, pick you up. Okay? Again, I'm using the backhand here in case you have something. I could take you out and done this, but I may cut this. So I'm going to do this first before I turn it over. Okay? So the metal thing is the reaction against this. Where I did it, you put your hand up against this. So for some reason, I figured this isn't going to work. Maybe your arms are too long, much longer than mine. So I'm not going to be able to deceive you with water. But I can't come up with this metal movement, okay, and get a reaction down. I didn't fight that time. I cleared my whole arm because you came down. If I clear out this side, as you're going down, I just come back up. All right. But if you're attacking me again, if I just stay there, that's a dead hand. Okay? If I go down, you go in. Okay? If you're sensitive enough to feel me just releasing it, you're going to go in. And I don't like trading shots for nothing. Okay? But if I can go up and get you to react down, clear and hit you. I just tapped on the way up.
No, it's a no.
Now, the variation of that is up here.
Might be down
If you're going to go this way, I want to do that. If you're going straight down, I'll do that. Now I'm doing this type of motion. Okay? But if you're going this way, and I'm trying to fight that, I'm fighting your muscle. See, I don't want to do that. As soon as I feel that, I release it. But if I feel you going straight down, again, a wood movement going down, I go up here and then here. This way. I go up and then this way. Okay? Again, I deceived you from here. I turned my body, which you didn't see because this hand was on me. Okay? Hands up. You see my body turn? Okay. From here, here. So now I got your mind there. See how my waist turned? I just went right there. I did it smoothly, and now I have my waist to pull it off. And I just use my arm and turn my waist back. Alright? Again, I have to drag all the way there, because when I get you to here, I'll be hitting it. Oh, I didn't see that. I think it broke off. Okay, so the metal movement's here and here. Then come this way. This way, you can intercept at this part, not this part. Okay? The energies again, if you're in a guard, from here, if I just go across, I'm fighting your weight. If I do this way, you see how that pulls you off and over because this is your weak balance. So I'm not going across, I'm going this way. And when I do that, I got you. Boom. Here, here. This is this way, not this way. If I did this, if I did this, I'm weak, and you could trap it. But like this, I'm strong. And I can turn. Now, there's between this here and this here. Feel this?
Yeah.
Versus that. See, this way, just turn your weight either way. Turn the other way. Oh, this, sorry, now turn the other way. See, you're still strong. So if you're like this, I got you. So when we're doing this, it's here. Okay? And then this way, yeah. This again, we're doing this. You just see this and go for in here. Right there. Okay. So when you're doing that, I have trouble doing this. Because you have your strength coming in here, and probably with your waist too, I have to be 10 times as strong as you to do anything. But from here, I catch you like this. All you need is that 2 inches. Plus I've turned it from a center cut hit to a glancing blow that the motion is cracking the ribs. Okay? And from here with the cross thing, I can stop with that as I'm doing this. So now I stun that, draw a weight behind that, and I pop the point on there. And now you're saying ow while I'm doing that. Okay. Here, here. And this motion is from here. This again, hand up. Deception here. It's coming around and back this way, because that's the angle to attack. All of these points back here, I want to hit this way. And so, I want to run like this.
So you just kind of...
Yep, I clean it. I was here. See how this is? Remember, in the forums, you'll see guys, they'll do a lot of this. That doesn't mean you're doing it to someone there, you're doing it to someone there. You just extend it. If I try to hit you here, all I did was change it to like a horse stance coming through. Or a forward stance. There. Same thing here. I'm here in forward stance. Change it to this. Look how much extra we got.
Yeah.
I knew at school, you know that.
No.
I need to actually have bench.
Yeah. No, I didn't really see that the first time. I noticed it the first time.
That's because I've done several things at once to occupy your mind. When I tapped you, I made sure I just didn't do this. Because you see it. I got your body saying I got a threat on my arm. So your body thinks it was this hand, when actually it was this hand.
Yeah.
And this is already there.
And you just close the distance by.
That's again where these things come in handy.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't see, that's why I thought you could actually put a cut.
You need to
Yeah.
have it in out of the screen there.
We're running out of tape.
Again?
16 minutes already.
Okay.
We only have 14 minutes left.
We'll stop in a minute. So what we're doing here with this part is, again, to get the cuts up here rather than under here. The resin cut here, which we can stitch up rather than here, which we have to put a tourniquet on. Okay? So we want to do that with these. And again, what I could have done, hands up, let's do on this side so the camera can see it. It doesn't matter which hand's forward, we're just doing this side. It doesn't matter. No, go ahead this one, I want the camera to see it. Put it down. Yeah. Again, I may not want to keep all the way over there. Okay? I may just come here. All I do is flip it up here and go down here. Okay? From here, I'm on the inside of your guard. Your body's saying, uh-oh. It's not thinking about attacking me anymore because I've got you open. It's going to slam right in there as this comes up. So I can just go, off it up. If this was high, I deceive this one by coming through and then slam that one up. That's where this motion comes up. Now again, I'm not making that an attack. I'm making that a get the guard out of the way, because what happens when I do that, you start fighting. I just have to do it. So this again is a guiding motion. Because I'm pulling you off, we're going to balance it. So I have to realize that. Okay? If we were straight like this, I wouldn't be doing too much over like that because your center is here. And what I could do from here, I step slightly, so now I have you at an angle and pulling you through. So again, you have to know where your energies are and where his energies are. Where his balance is, where his weakness in his balance is. And you'll set that when you do the exercises. Okay, so the motion here, up, and then this way. On fire we did this. Okay? Metal we do this. It's more horizontal up rather than down. Okay? Fire is doing something across this way or into here to stop your balance. Okay? The metal movement will be up underneath the rib cage. Here's one underneath. In there. Up in there. Now, also, block. This movement clears. I hit, you block it, I take you off.
That's metal?
Yeah. You block that way. Okay? Go like that. Okay? Again, I struck. I'm coming back with this, I'm opening this up and opening this up at the same time. So when I go like this is opening, the chest is opening up, the arm is opening up. But it's still, it's not like this, it's like this. Okay? But it's because you block it. Because you're reacting against this attack, the energy this way, I can take it that way. Okay? So I get resistance, I don't fight your strength. I go to where your body can't respond. 45 to 90 degrees, or even 180. Okay? Because from here, stop. That's the other hand. I take you the same way. When I stop here and your strength is going against that, when I fight that, I take it. Then stop it. Running.
Say it again, Dr.
Plan started?
Second part?
Right? Okay.
Okay, say that again, Dr. Please.
Inside, outside, up and down.
So the four corners?
Four corners. Four corner sheet. That's the major blocks you have in CrossHead. And you can find those movements in the wood, earth, water, fire, and metal, but they're not as obvious. And what we're doing there, go ahead and stop it. You say okay? Yeah. The KB, he's coming here first, but he's doing a boxer, pop, pop. Okay? What I'm doing there, this part is the pullback we do. And this is where we practice the form. I intercept it, and I pull it back to here. And that's where this has to be important. Where you have this angle, has to be up to your ear. They're pulling this with their weights. You notice I do this is this way, here. When I'm here, it's exaggerated here, but I'm getting practice of doing this from the stance. Right? So it could be I can take this one again, instead of being out here, my car is here. Maybe here. Boom. With that.